Hello and thank you for joining me. My name is Claire and I'm here with a 2-card tarot reading for you. Now Saturday the 31st of August, and as I mentioned yesterday in the card, I'm going to pick a tarot card to see how we can reflect on August and what it's taught us, and then I will be picking an oracle card to sum up the energy that we may well be dealing with as we move into September. Don't forget, if you like these readings and you would like a private reading with me, I am available on Zoom, so you can connect with me wherever you are in the world. I've put a link in the description to my website. If you're interested, go to my website and go to the book a readings page. It's very, very easy. You can just click a time that suits you, but please remember it's UK times that are listed because that's where I am. So it's not necessarily where you are. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to use the animal cards. I usually use them in the week, but I didn't this week. So I'm going to use this tarot animal pack to sum up the energy of August. So who's going to come out? Oh, lovely. Swan. Angel of Alchemy. That's an interesting phrase. Angel of Alchemy. I like that. Okay, so I like the idea of this swan being the being the mascot, if you will, for August. And the reason being, it's actually a major arcana card in this pack, and it's linked in a normal tarot pack. You would associate this with Temperance, okay, which is an angel that sits with us. It's card number 14. So after the Death card, the 13 card, it comes in once a transformation has taken place. Now, what I really like about this card is it does sum up the energy of August. I always feel August is a bit of a reset month for most of us. For people that have got children at school, even in, I know Scotland, you go back to school in August, but you've got that kind of period of resetting and starting something new and knowing that there is something that is starting ahead. Now, you might be a teacher or you might work in that kind of academic year, but I always feel like September is the new year in a strange kind of way. So yeah, I feel like this is just that kind of gentleness that's bringing us from one place to another. So there's a beautiful book that accompanies these cards, and each of the animals does give a really lovely little message. So I'm going to read Swans. Swan's message is, with balance comes wisdom, live from centre. And it's funny, when we see a swan, they're so calm, aren't they? So serene, but there's so much going on under the surface as their legs are swimming along, but you can't see that bit. And I feel that that's potentially how we've been. Maybe externally, we may have had a holiday or just had some time out and look like we're balancing and being very calm. But I feel, especially with that retrograde, Mercury retrograde we've had throughout August, I feel like the wheels have been turning in our heads, or we've just been kind of shifting over to a new way of thinking and seeing how it settles with us. I really feel like the swan is reminding us that whatever has been, whatever has gone, has now completely gone, and we are entering a new phase. I also like with this card the fact that the swan is seen in flight. Now, obviously, swans can fly, but we don't often see them flying. We see them gliding effortlessly across the water, but they're such a big bird. It takes quite a lot of energy for them to move from one place to the other. Generally, with Temperance, the angel that's pictured is calm and still, but this swan isn't, and I feel that that's very telling, because I feel that August has, although it has been a time where perhaps we have been working our mindsets to go from one place to another, perhaps we've actually had to physically do that as well. And I also want to say the fact that this is the angel of alchemy, making some sort of precious metals there, trying to find the secret to success. I feel like there is a quest there. You know, alchemists were resilient people, weren't they? They would just try and try and try to find the secret of eternal youth and gold and all those kinds of things. But yeah, maybe they were successful and they just kept it really quiet and we don't know about it. But I do feel that this is the idea of finding that quest in your own world and knowing that you've got to go for it. Exciting. So let's see now what September's going to bring. I'm using the Animal Oracle cards. I don't know if there's a swan in here actually, so there's a chance we might get 2 swans. That would be a real coincidence, wouldn't it? But let's see who comes out. Let's see. Okay, who we got? Koi fish spirit. Oh, that's lovely. And koi fish spirit is saying there is always enough. So I love koi carp. I think they're beautiful to watch in ponds. Obviously, they're not cheap either, are they? They're an expensive fish. If anyone keeps koi, they know it's an expensive hobby. And to buy a very large koi, you're looking at thousands of pounds. So the fact that this one is gold, and, you know, you have to be quite wealthy, I think, to have a huge lake full of koi carp. So I feel like this is lots of messages about abundance. In many ways, the koi itself will grow to the size of the pond, so they never have to worry about becoming too big and not having enough space or not having enough food, because there's always enough. There's always enough for them. It just works out perfectly like that. And if at any point they're moved to a bigger pond, that's great. They'll just carry on growing. And I feel that that's a message for us, because we often hold our own growth back. But with a koi carp, it's natural to just grow and grow as much as you can. I feel the words there is always enough. And I'm thinking of my own, obviously I do reflexology and crystal healing, but I have a lady I go to, Sally, who does crystal healing for me, because everybody needs that little bit of balance in their life. And she, she was talking to me about us working in the energy fields together. And she said there's always enough energy to go round. There's always enough energy workers. And that's a really nice way to kind of think about it. Because sometimes in business and when we're trying to earn money, we always feel like there's competitors and people we have to compete with, or that person's doing better than me. And I just feel that from a career point of view, that's wasted energy, worrying that there isn't enough to go around, enough work to go around, isn't enough money to go around. It kind of detracts from what we're all trying to do, which is achieve that kind of abundance and happiness and joy in our life. Now, again, this pack of cards has got a beautiful book, and I just wanted to draw your attention to the last bit. I won't read all of it, but the last little bit here says, do not underestimate what you have and who you are. For koi fish spirit wants you to know that you are exquisite, loved, and deeply cherished. Trust that outer conditions are changing to reflect that truth. So I feel this is opportunities. And as I say, this is the card for September. We've got the swan calmly moving off into new pastures. Well, maybe it is a huge new pond that you're jumping into and hoping that you'll be able to get on. And I feel that the koi is coming in to say, yes, you are. So that may potentially be your career. It might be a new relationship, anywhere where you're going to be allowed to grow. And again, I do feel that there's a money aspect to this. So I do feel we need to be thinking about our wealth and how we value abundance in our life. If we're feeling abundant, that's a nicer feeling than worrying about lack and not having enough. So I feel that is the message. There is always enough is a really good mantra to have in September as we move through an eclipse season and a deeply transformative time. Everywhere I read, these last 4 months of 2024 are going to have some really, really big energy come in. So, and like I say, there is enough to go around for everyone. So you're not going to miss out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'll be back again tomorrow with another tarot reading for you. Please do like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now.